Hello everyone, welcome back to this session, and in this session I'm going to show you how to create list views in HubSpot. List views are one of the easiest ways to organize your contacts, companies, deals, tickets, or whatever custom records inside HubSpot. Instead of scrolling through thousands of records, list view helps you to quickly filter and see exactly what matters to you. And in the previous session I talked about segments, and the reason I talked about segment first is that you get a clearer view of what segments are so that you don't get confused when I talk about list view. So the simple difference between the segment and the list view, because they are almost alike, is that the segment usually means or is used for grouping contacts or records based on a certain criteria, especially for marketing, for automation, for reporting, and for campaign. So segments are commonly using the active and the static list, which I talked about. And then the list view is a filtered, or is like a filtered view, table view inside HubSpot that is used to quickly see records on the screen. It helps you to organize your records visually, so it helps you to do your daily work inside an object and not outside the object. And the simple comparison table between the list and the segment and the list view is that there is the purpose. List view has its purpose as for just viewing record, and the segment is for grouping of records. And then the list view is used by mostly the users, the support users, the sales team, the support team. Why segments are used especially by the marketing team, the RevOps team, or the automation team. And then list view appears in table and in grid, and then segment appears as contact list or audience. So, and then list view is best for daily management, as I told you earlier that it helps you when you're viewing your record inside the object, while the segment is best for campaign targeting, as it makes use of filters that we have discussed in the previous session. So example of list view can be your open tickets. So when you go into your object and then you want to see all open tickets, you can create a list view that will meet this criteria, right? So the list view is just a saved filtered view of records inside HubSpot, any HubSpot object, whether it's a standard or is a custom object. Think of it like a custom dashboard table, for example, where you have your open deals, you have your new leads for the month, you have your contacts in Nigeria, you have your tickets waiting for response, you have your companies assigned to you. Instead of searching manually every day, HubSpot lets you save these views so you can access them instantly. And at the end of this video, you will understand what list views are, why they are useful, how to create custom list views, how to filter records properly, how to save and share your view with your team, that's access management on list view, and then the best practices for productivity. So let's go into HubSpot and start creating our list view so that we can learn along and build along. Okay, so let's get right into it. For this demo, I'm going to be using the contact object, and when we open our contact object, first thing we're going to see is a list of records. But when you look right deep into this, you're going to be seeing that first thing you actually see on your records on the contact object is the list view. So here is the contact, and here are list view. These are what we call list views. This is what you're seeing here that we call the all contacts, the newsletter subscriber, the unsubscribed, the all customers. They are all called list views, and all what you see here are the names of the list view. These are default list views that are currently created by HubSpot. And then what I want to show you is how you can create your custom views so that you can organize your data properly. This might work for you when you don't have a large contact base, but this might not work for you when your contact base is very large. And also this might work for you when you have a specific group of contacts that you work with as a sales rep or as a support team. So let's get started. When you want to create your list view, you click on this plus sign button, and it asks you to create a new view or to add an existing view. First, I'm going to show you what adding an existing view means. So there are so many views that has been created by HubSpot, aside these 4 views we are seeing at the top here. So when I click on add view, it's going to bring out a table, and then you see what I mean when I say HubSpot provided. So we have HubSpot provided view as 8 views. We have the marketing contacts, the my contacts, my recently assigned contacts, my uncontacted, and then admin promoted. These are HubSpot created but admin promoted because admin is supposed to have access, or HubSpot assumes that a super admin is supposed to have access to all contacts, my contacts, and unassigned contacts, right? So this helps the admin work easy. And then the ones that have been created by you are going to sit under this particular list called created by me. So I've created by me, all contacts 1, all customers, newsletter subscriber, and unsubscribe. So let's get started. You can click on 1 and add your view. I'll just click on all contacts and then add it, and you simply see all contacts here. You can drag and drop it, and I've shifted this to the first list view here. So I want to remove the all contacts one, and I will go back to the add new view. We can change the category and select the one we want easily. Have the all contacts, my contacts. I think I will add my contacts and show you. Then this is the filter under my contact. If the contact owner is any of you, so if you want to go or log into your org every morning and then see just your contacts or contacts that has been assigned to you, you should be making use of this my contacts as a handy list view. I'm going to shift it to those to stay beside all contacts, or let me make it the first one, which is my contact. So when you want to create a new list view, you click on this plus sign button and then click on create new view. It's going to be asking you the type of view you want it to appear in. Do you want it to be table or board or report or calendar? I'm going to select in table view. So what do they mean by table view? This is a table view, right? It's a table view type of list view, and you can actually adjust the view of the existing records or the existing list view. So by clicking on this table view here, I can switch to board view, right? This is what board view looks like. So it looks is going to segment your contacts by the stages, the life cycle stage. This is the subscriber, the lead, the marketing qualified list. So now it puts the contact in blocks. So this is a contact, these are contacts under the life cycle stages, and then when you want to change again, you can change to report view, and then it appears like a report. So this is simply what it means by switching to different views. So this is how a HubSpot report looks like. But when we get to the session that we're going to talk about reports, you're going to see everything that the report entails and how you can change the chart from this horizontal to vertical or diagonal or donut. And then we can actually change the view from report to calendar view, and you can see that there are 2 contacts here, and you're just going, this is 1, this is 30. Okay, sorry, these are the dates. So if your contact is sitting here, it's supposed to show you the contact that is for each day, that has been created for each day under each calendar day. But the best view for everyone is the table view. And then let's create our own new view. So we now understand to this extent what the list view are, the admin promoted list view, the HubSpot created list view, and the list view that you're going to create, the different types of view or display of list view, and how or where you can navigate to create your own list view. So when you click on this plus button, you click on create new. I'll select the table. After selecting the table, it's going to ask you the name. So I'm going to remove this name here because I'm going to be using property type to segment this list view. I'm going to call it terrace. So terrace for terrace contacts, and I'll just click. So I really do not know why it didn't save, but I'm going to edit this, rename, and save it as terrace again. Okay, and check the box, and then it becomes the terrace. So this is not the end of it. When you're done creating the name of a list view, you need to add filter that will segment your list view and then set up your list view. So how do you add this filters? You click on advanced filter, and then if you don't want to make use of advanced filter, you can make use of these filters here by saying if the contact owner is me, or Thelma Brown, or May Holt, or if the credit date is so day. These are by default standard fields that HubSpot assumes an admin should use or a sales user should use to be creating their views. But when you have custom fields like property type, you should be able to use the advanced filter, and then use the advanced filter to segment your property type. And also when you have this contact owner, the standard fields here, and you want to add more fields, you can click on this plus sign button and add a field, and then is going to display here. But I'm going to remove that, and if you want to remove that, you can come to this pen like icon and click on delete, and then you can also click on add quick filters, or you can click on delete all filters. So I'm going to be deleting everything, and then I'll click done because I want this space to be fine. Now I don't have any quick filter here, and I'm going to go to advanced filter. I'll be using property type because I called it terrace, so the property type should be terrace. So the property type field has been selected, and the operator here should be is any of, and then I'm going to search for the value of terrace, and I'll check the box. And when you check the box, click on this X, and I'm going to save. So when I save this, I have created a list view for all the records that the property type says terrace. So if I come into my org and I want to work on properties that are on clients that have selected terrace as a property type, I'm going to just come to this list view here that's called terrace, and what I'm going to be saying is the property is all the clients or all the contacts that the property type are terrace. And this is not the end of it. I can actually decide to arrange my view. So why I need to arrange the view is I want every single person that logs onto this org and comes to the terrace list view inside the contact object to know that the terrace is actually the reason why this contact is sitting here. What do? I'm going to click on edit columns, and then I should be able to update the property type as a field here. So it's already here, and it's the same way we do it in the segment. So I'm going to move it to the top, move the create date. These are the most important fields I need. I don't want the content topic, I don't want preferred channels, and what I think I need is marketing contact status. Okay, marketing contact status. I don't know why I'm not seeing that particular field, but let me just type. So I can't see it here, but I'm going to also make use of the owner, contact owner, and record source. Record source, I have said earlier that it is the way that the record has been created, the means through which a record is created, and I'll apply, and then I see all the property types are terrace. So once someone comes in to this place and then clicks on terrace, the person should be able to say that this is actually terrace buildings, terrace property types that are sitting here. So I'm going to, and if you want to further say that if the list status is not in progress and the building is terrace, it shouldn't sit here. You can also go back to your filters, your advanced filter, and then add more filter or add a different filter that if a record meets this criteria, it should still sit here. But this is just how to create your list view in HubSpot and arrange your columns. You can actually export a particular list view and make sure that whenever you finish applying a filter, you click on the save button, and this will help you to retain this view. If you forget about clicking on this save button, for some orgs, this save button appears like a disk. You know, where we have a disk or a disk that we have in the system that helps to store information. It doesn't write save, so it appears like a disk, but it's always at the end here. So you're going to click on this button and save onto your filter. This is how to create your list view, and then you can manage your access. So the next thing is how to manage access. Who has access to this particular list view and who does not have access to this particular list view. So when you want to manage your access on your list view, what do? You should be able to click on table settings, and then you can decide to, for the pagination, first of all, it's on 50 per page. So if you change it to 25, it means only 25 records will appear per page. So I'm going to change it and show you what I mean. And then so if I change it to 25, only 25 records appears here. So if I highlight this, you will see that there are just 22 records here. So if it's 25, you're going to be seeing the next number as number 2. And then if you want to change it, you can actually change it from here. So this is it for the number of records that can appear on your screen, on your page layout. And if I want to manage access on this, I'm going to click on the list view, that is terrace, and I will go to manage sharing. There are other options here like renaming it, cloning it, manage sharing, and deleting it. So I'm going to show you how to manage the access. Now when you click on manage the access, it's very simple. So this says decide who has access to this view. So for now or currently it has everyone. It means everyone has access to this list view. So when you want to have access exclusively to this list view yourself and not allow any other person have access to it, you should be able to select private and then save. Now when I selected private, it removed the next the Cloud Magic solution profile that says everybody in the Cloud Magics should have access. So this is how to manage access. And then if you want specific users, specific teams, specific group of persons, you should be choosing the custom sharing settings. So when you click on it, it's going to ask you for exact users. Now if you have multiple users in your org, you're going to be searching them by name here, or it pops up under the search button and you select or you check the box for whoever you want to add as a user that can have access to this list view with you. And then if you want to add a team, you can click on adding a team, and then if you have a team in your org, it allows you to add people in that team. And when you select a team, it means that people that have access to this team, or people that are members of this team or of the group, will have access to your list view. So I'm going to leave it at everyone, and this is default setting. And what other things can you do? You can sort your list view, as I've always said in the previous session when I talked about sorting by descending or ascending order. For instance, you want to sort, you can actually sort from here, or you can say most recent or oldest, or you can come here and just toggle this button on. So when you toggle this arrow, it turns it upside down, and then the oldest comes to the top. But when you toggle it down again, the newest or the most recent comes to the top of the list. Depending on how you want to work on your records, these are just a few ways to set up your list view, organize your records, and then work on your records when you resume work daily. So this is the entirety of how to create list views in HubSpot and manage your sharing of list view in HubSpot. See you in the next session. Thank you.